It's no tourist trip to the Med. That's what the Russian newspapers are saying this morning. And the Ministry of Defence says that a flotilla of Russian warships will be marked every inch of the way as it passes through the English Channel en route to Syria. It's thought the Russians are testing British capabilities, as well as reinforcing the bombardment campaign on the besieged Syrian city of Aleppo. A Russian aircraft carrier, believed to be in a convoy, has already entered the channel off the coast near Ramsgate. So what should we make of it? In a moment, we'll go to Dover, where our correspondent Bryony MacKenzie is. First, let's go to Calais and our correspondent Simon Jones. Simon, over to you. Can you see it where you are?
Well, we're just monitoring the water like the British authorities and the French authorities have been doing, saying they're following it every step of the way. Now, here in France, they're monitoring the situation via radar. The Coast Guard station is just along the way from here, and they're checking in regularly with their British counterparts, who have sent 2 ships out into the channel there to mark it, to make sure the is known. And France and Britain also regularly checking in with NATO. This convoy heading down to join other Russian ships as part of the Syrian conflict. And I think this really is a show of force on both sides. This is Russia saying we have the right to take our ships where we want into international waters. And it's also Britain responding as part of NATO and saying, well, if you do that, we'll make sure as you come through our water as part of the English Channel, we will monitor everything that's going on. Now, the ship is closest, the aircraft carrier will be closest to the other side of the channel. It's actually sailing in British waters, but those effectively become international waters because there's nothing stopping Russia doing this. They have the right to do this as part of NATO. But I think it very much shows the build-up of tension and a message from Europe saying we're watching what you're doing and we're not liking what's going on in Syria.
Thank you, Simon. In Calais, let's go to Bryony MacKenzie at Dover. Bryony.
Well, Joanna, we've been here all morning, and just out to my left here in the channel, we've spotted 4 warships that are currently out there, and there were a further 3 this morning, including 2 supply ships and a Russian tug. And as Simon was saying, what we are really looking for, this big show of Russian might, is the jewel in their crown. It's the Admiral Kuznetsov. Now, that is a carrier which can transport 50 aircraft, although we don't know how many are on board, and it also has the capability of anti-ship missiles. Now, we're expecting that to come through the channel here at some point this morning, perhaps in the next 20 minutes or so. Now, the Ministry of Defence, as Simon was saying, has said that they will man-mark this fleet that are passing through the channel. This is international water, but as they are near to UK waters and to UK mainland, they will monitor them the whole way through this strait. Their final destination is the Eastern Mediterranean, so they'll be passing round through the Strait of Gibraltar into the Eastern Mediterranean and on to Syria. And as we know at this point in time, heightened tensions between NATO, EU leaders and Russia about Russia's involvement in the war there. So we are waiting to see this big show of force. They're quite far out, but it certainly isn't a usual day that you'd normally see here on Britain's busiest shipping lane.
Thank you, Bryony. Well,